Why is living in London so challenging? For generations, London has represented possibility, a city known for its rich history, cultural diversity, and global influence. It's a place where tradition and innovation sit side by side, from Shakespeare's Globe to cutting-edge architecture in the financial district. But for many residents today, living in London no longer feels as manageable as it once did. What's changed? Why are growing numbers of people reconsidering life in the capital? Let's explore the key challenges that are making London less livable for the average person. Housing costs are increasingly unaffordable. One of the most pressing issues facing Londoners is housing. Whether renting or buying, the cost of accommodation in the capital has reached levels that many find difficult to manage. This is perhaps the most defining issue for those struggling with the cost of living in London. A modest one-bedroom flat in central areas like Zones 1 or 2 can easily cost over £2,000 per month. Even in outer boroughs such as Barking, Croydon or Lewisham, rents typically range from £1,300 to £1,600. These prices often apply to basic accommodations with limited space or modern amenities. According to data from the Mayor of London's office, over 40% of London households rent privately, yet very few qualify for social housing or other support. Demand consistently outstrips supply, pushing prices higher and placing enormous pressure on tenants. Purchasing a home presents an even bigger hurdle. The average house price in London exceeds £530,000, and in boroughs like Kensington or Westminster, prices for even small flats can reach well over £700,000. First-time buyers face deposit requirements that would take years to save, often while still paying high rents. The lack of affordable housing in London has not only squeezed middle-income families, but also created serious issues for young professionals, students, and key workers. Many are now considering alternative cities or relocating entirely to cope with the financial burden. The cost of living is straining household budgets. Beyond housing, everyday expenses in London can be significantly higher than in other parts of the UK. Groceries, transport, and basic services all add to what has become a broader cost of living crisis. Supermarket prices in the capital can be up to 20% higher than national averages. A typical shopping basket may include premiums on basic staples like milk, eggs, and bread. Eating out is often treated as a luxury. A sandwich meal deal can now cost more than £5, and casual dining at a mid-range restaurant typically ranges from £15 to £25 per person. Utility bills are also rising. Many older homes in London are poorly insulated and rely on older heating systems, which means winter energy bills can soar above £150 per month. Combined with council tax, internet, and mobile service costs, households are spending a large portion of their income just on staying afloat. Parking permits in some boroughs cost hundreds of pounds a year. Childcare can easily exceed £1,500 a month for full-time care, making it difficult for parents to return to work. These pressures make budgeting incredibly tight even for dual-income households. For many, simply covering basic needs has become an ongoing challenge. Wages are struggling to keep up. Although London's salaries tend to be higher than elsewhere in the UK, they haven't kept pace with inflation or the soaring costs of city life. This disconnect between earnings and expenses is one of the core reasons why people are leaving London. The average full-time salary in London is around £44,000, according to the Office for National Statistics. While this may sound substantial, it quickly dwindles when you deduct the cost of rent, utilities, commuting, food, and other essentials. Essential workers, such as teachers, nurses, bus drivers, and public sector employees, often earn well below this average. Many commute from surrounding areas such as Essex, Kent, or Hertfordshire, enduring daily round-trip journeys of 2 to 4 hours. For those in the gig economy, delivery riders, rideshare drivers, or freelance creatives, the income can be even more inconsistent. Without job security, benefits, or predictable pay, they're especially vulnerable to financial shocks. Even traditionally stable middle-class professionals are feeling squeezed. Mortgage rate increases, rising tuition fees, and escalating private school costs have made it difficult to maintain the same quality of life their parents enjoyed. Public transport comes at a high cost. London is praised for its vast and integrated transport system, but for many residents, the costs and constraints outweigh the benefits. A monthly travel card covering zones 1 to 3 now costs over £180, and commuting from areas like Watford, Reading, or Sevenoaks can push annual travel costs past £3,000. For a significant portion of the workforce, this is a major strain on their net income. Despite the high costs, public transport reliability remains a concern. Tube services are frequently delayed due to signal failures or maintenance works. Overcrowding during rush hour has reached such levels that people often wait for several trains to pass before finding space. Bus services are vital for many, especially those in outer boroughs, but they're often delayed due to road congestion and staff shortages. According to Transport for London, TfL, only about 25% of underground stations offer step-free access, making mobility difficult for the elderly, disabled, or families with young children. This combination of cost and inconvenience is making London transport a daily challenge rather than a convenience. Mental health pressures are rising. Living in a high-stress environment for prolonged periods can have serious consequences, and, in London, mental health is becoming an increasingly urgent issue. Reports show that residents in London report higher levels of stress, anxiety, and depression than the national average. Contributing factors include housing insecurity, long working hours, financial pressure, and social isolation. Access to mental health services is limited. NHS mental health services are stretched, with some waiting lists exceeding 12 months. Private therapy is available, but it comes at a premium, often £80 to £150 per session, which places it out of reach for many. Work-related burnout is another growing issue. London's competitive job market and long commuting hours contribute to fatigue, reduced job satisfaction, and an overall decline in well-being. People may live in a bustling city but feel disconnected and overwhelmed. The phrase urban loneliness is often used to describe the emotional toll of living in a crowded yet isolating environment. This is particularly true for young adults and international workers who lack family support or stable community ties. Local communities are changing rapidly. One of London's greatest strengths has always been its diverse, tightly knit communities, but rapid urban redevelopment and gentrification are reshaping entire neighbourhoods. Areas once known for their local character, like Brixton, Shoreditch, or Walthamstow, are seeing major transformations. While new businesses and developments bring investment, they also drive up rents and living costs, often pricing out long-term residents. Council housing estates are being replaced with private developments, sometimes without sufficient affordable units included. Small independent shops are struggling to compete with global chains, and grassroots cultural venues are being replaced with premium apartments. As a result, many feel that the city is losing part of its soul. The pace of change can leave residents feeling like strangers in their own neighbourhoods, especially when long-standing communities are dispersed. This reshaping of the city is leading to important questions about who London is really for, and whether inclusivity is being preserved. More people are choosing to leave. One of the most revealing trends is the steady outflow of residents from the capital. More than 120,000 people leave London each year, according to the Office for National Statistics. These are not just retirees or older adults, but also young professionals, families, and skilled workers. Popular destinations include cities like Bristol, Birmingham, Manchester, and Leeds, where housing is more affordable and daily life feels more manageable. Some are even looking abroad for better quality of life or more cost-effective living arrangements. The motivations are clear. People are searching for more space, financial breathing room, better schools, and improved work-life balance. In many cases, moving out is the only way to achieve these goals. This migration is a strong signal that London's long-term sustainability depends on addressing its structural issues. A city in transition. Despite the difficulties, London remains a place of innovation, opportunity, and international significance. It's still a top destination for education, business, and culture. But these advantages cannot overshadow the need for more inclusive policies. To ensure a future where London continues to thrive for all its residents, attention must be paid to the foundations: affordable housing, accessible transport, mental health resources, and wage growth that keeps pace with living costs. Government strategies such as the London Plan aim to increase affordable housing and improve sustainability, but implementation has been slow. A more comprehensive and community-led approach may be required. Living in London today comes with real challenges, from unaffordable housing and transport costs to rising mental health pressures and social change. While the city remains iconic, its long-term future depends on creating conditions where people from all walks of life can not only survive, but truly thrive. Thank you for watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell.